Well, welcome to the 2023 Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour presented by Progressive.
The National Walleye Tour is the best of the best.
And we're fishing.
You do your makeup?
I think so.
You got a camera guy?
Good?
Yeah, we got a camera guy.
All of a sudden I had a win, and I had another win, and had another win.
Max probably believes that John and Dewey stole his rightful Angler of the Year last year.
It's David versus Goliath with those two. There's a rivalry. I mean, 100%.
Max Wilson takes home the National Walleye Tour champion.
No matter how prepared I try and be, it is a circus show every goddamn time.
Best thing we've done all week.
Every time I take off from here, I keep looking around to see his boat, and it's not here. And it never will be.
This is the premier circuit, and if you're not ready, they're going to eat your lunch.
Boat was extra cold yesterday, so I had to take everything out, put a heater on the batteries, get them started again. And now I gotta put everything back, so. A little bit of a mess, but we're getting it. What's up, sweet cheeks?
What's up?
Ready to go wreck some fish?
Let's do it.
You do your makeup?
Huh?
You do your makeup?
I think so.
Got a camera
Does it
guy.
look good?
Yeah, we got a camera guy.
My trolling motor was frozen again.
Yeah, it was too. Ours was making a lot of weird noises this morning. I think there was some ice stuck from behind.
I bet Adam liked the thought of that. Good boy. You sit. Good boy. Thank you. Yeah, good. That's it. The best thing we've done all week.
We're here in Tonka, Illinois. Beautiful town, really cold. It's been about 15 degrees, so we've been keeping our minnows inside, which is already depressing that we even have minnows with us. But we're fishing a river tournament, and it's been a serious cold front, and the saugers don't want to bite any really fun stuff. So we have minnows, we admit. It's embarrassing. We got Dewey here, reigning Angler of the Year on the National Walleye Tour. He's my partner, it's pretty nice.
Put your hands together for the two anglers that were the most consistent all year long.
Yeah, this right here tells you how ideal it is.
Oh man.
Latches are froze down from like a teaspoon of water.
Sit in the center couch whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Let's just go easy. Let's start with your name, what you do, kind of your title. Give me a little bit about your context of why you're affiliated with the NWT.
Yeah, I'm Brett Carlson, and I've been covering walleye fishing tournaments for over 15 years. The National Walleye Tour is the best of professional walleye fishing. So the entry fees are steep. Technically, anybody can sign up, but if you just sign up without knowing what you're getting into, you're what's considered a donator. Like, you're giving your money to the top pros in the business.
Chris,
John,
guess what we're doing?
hand lining,
Wrong.
lead core,
Absolutely wrong.
freeway.
3 ways. That's right. No matter what, you'll be accomplishing one of the most important things in walleye fishing, and that is that your bait is near the bottom or midway. And we're fishing. This is my, I think, 6th year on the pro side of the National Walleye Tour. And I fished for 2 years as a co-angler, which was like, at the time, my favorite fishing memories of my life. I mean, it was so much fun. I got to travel with some of the best anglers on tour. And from there, I made the leap of faith and Didn't cash a check the first year. And then, yeah, I think my second year I cashed my first check, and then all of a sudden I had a win.
84, John Hoyer, National Walleye Tour champion.
And I had another win, and had another win.
31.73, 102.33.
And so here I am now. I guess a straight up veteran, 6-year vet.
What separates John is some anglers have a particular style where this is my strength. He's willing to investigate things that haven't been done before. And that's his true separator. Anything that's conventional in walleye fishing, John kind of wants nothing to do with.
If you were a 3-pound sauger, wouldn't you bite that?
He pushes the boundaries, and that's proven successful. I mean, his victory at Lake Erie last year in the national championship was unthinkable. No one ever imagined going to a Great Lake in August, snapping a jig through weeds. That's not conventional walleye thinking. No one would ever do that. No one would ever think of that besides John.
They're starting to bite. Big ones, you know, the 2 1/4 pounders. The problem with practice is you're not allowed to have any fun. Look excited. Got tournament competitors behind us. Gotta be ever so sneaky about your 2 1/4 pounders you're catching.
There's a lot of unique things. It's honestly, you know, between John and Dusty, my 2 travel partners, it's a super fun atmosphere at camp, and I think that honestly makes our team so successful, is just being able to bounce ideas off of one another. There's never any negative thoughts, never any negative attitudes going around.
We're using the microwave thing to strain the pasta, unless somebody finds one. I don't see what could go wrong. We're gonna have to like pan it, like they do on Boat Rush, I think.
So Dwayne Dewey Chelm is also fairly new to professional walleye fishing. Every once in a while he'd kind of put his toe in the water to see if he could compete. But now he's been competing for the last several years full time. He was the 2022 Angler of the Year, which is an impressive accomplishment. But in his last 4 tournaments, he's taken second, first, and second. That kind of run it's an unthinkable run. And while walleye fans may just be starting to hear the name Dewey, who's this Dewey? Who's this Dewey Chelm guy? He's kind of soft-spoken, but Dewey Chelm is an absolute stick. He lives in South Dakota, so reservoirs are kind of his deal. He's never been to the Illinois River. Every waking hour that he's on the water, he's gathering that information and he's applying it to where he's now better than many of those that have fished it the entire week or have fished it their entire lives. His learning curve is unbelievably fast.
You like that? Had to play it up when the boat come by.
Oh, this is a good one, Max.
I know.
Let's go, baby.
That's the call. Picture that color and everything. That's what we're looking for right there. 5 of those will get some money this week. 5 of these with a kicker. Would have been a double. I'm gonna get out of this. That just opened my mind. So they're sliding up.
That's what you want to do. You want to come through and get a bag of these, and you want to go get a kicker fish.
That's all I do. I literally lost AOI last year by a fish. I threw back a 17-incher on day 2 of the Mississippi River when I was leading. And that one fish cost me 9 points, cost me 12 grand, and costed me AOI. I lost AOI to Dewey by 5 points.
I mean, I knew, and I also feel like Max probably believes that John and Dewey stole his rightful Angler of the Year last year. Because John was on this pattern. John was not a threat to win Angler of the Year. John was on this pattern at Lake Erie. John tells Dewey, because they're travel buddies, Dewey also emulates the pattern, Dewey's also doing it. Well, otherwise Max just fished the tournament of his life at Lake Erie and just clinched Angler of the Year, then all of a sudden who comes in with 38 pounds? Dewey Chow, to basically take Max's Angler of the Year away from him, which is the one title he didn't actually have. So. Max is an emotional roller coaster.
No matter how prepared I try and be, it is a freaking circus show every goddamn time. It just gets so old after a while. It's just like, why? Why do I do this to myself? Because this shit ain't fun. My graph batteries, I got 2 batteries asleep right now. That's why they're not charging. So, slight anxiety attack over that right now.
The life of tournament anglers.
Dead batteries.
I'm running without graphs this morning to try and conserve as much power as possible. So I'm turning graphs on when I absolutely need them. We're leaving the bad juju on shore. Nate's here. I'm gonna go catch some fish. Figure out how to win this tournament. This spot here is a spot that I really want to go. In 2020, when COVID actually hit, I was here fishing for an MWC, and we were out fishing when we got the word that the tournament had been canceled, and we decided, screw it, we're here, we might as well stay out and fish and just see what, have some fun. And we proceeded to have the best day of walleye and sauger fishing I think I've ever had.
This is gonna be pure sand.
It's no secret that in the game of fishing, momentum is a real thing. And when he's riding the positive momentum, his decision making is great, he's fishing efficiently. When things aren't going well, Max, sometimes he's so fixated in what he's doing that he can stay stuck at times. And the lows are low, but I would even say the highs are even higher.
You can rule that out, thankfully. Of all the spots on this river, that's probably my favorite, just because it's more my style, but it is what it is. Go bounce around, check a couple other spots. Maybe they'll be there. We'll check where me and Nate found some big ones earlier in the week and see what happens.
So Owen Wilcox is fishing in his rookie season on the National Walleye Tour. Tournament walleye fishing has sort of been a veteran's game. All of a sudden, in the last decade, we've seen young guns step in and, despite a lack of experience, compete and even sometimes best those traditional walleye fishermen, those veteran sticks. We've seen Max Wilson, we've seen John Hoyer. All of these sticks came in and had success much earlier than anyone ever would have imagined. Is the task in front of Owen difficult?
Finally got one on.
Yeah. Is it impossible? No.
This is my first NWT tournament. I've been fishing tournaments for about 10 years now. I've been fishing them since I was a little kid with my dad. Fishing is my life. Like, fishing and hunting is all I think about. I'm probably one of the most competitive people out there, and fishing competitively doesn't get any better than that.
All right, that's a tourney grade fish right there. I'll take 5 of those and then just go right to Lake Erie and have some fun. So that was nice. We caught 2 nice ones, both relating to a bridge, which is cool because they're actually doing female walleye type stuff, sitting in current relief. So we're doing some experimenting.
Spring Valley has a long history of being the opening event. It's the first ice-free place that walleye fishermen can sample in the spring. It's known as a numbers fishery, which means there are plenty of saugers in the system, and the walleye population is improving as well.
If you look at the past tournaments here, there'll be years where every single boat has their limit. It might be males for 7 pounds, or somebody catches a ton of them and catches 5 females, and they'll have 12, 13, 14 pounds. It's a lot of it's weather dependent. I mean, it's end of March here, and if we have a nice warming trend and it warms up at all, you know, these things are really gonna fire. So it could be fun. I would love to catch 15 pounds of sauger. That would be my biggest bag of sauger ever for sure.
This tournament is special because Mike Hansen passed a little over a year ago due to COVID complications. And nobody knew the Illinois River better than Mike Hansen. Mike Hansen, in addition to being an amazing tournament fisherman, local tournament fisherman, regional tournament fisherman in his own right, was also a father figure to Max Wilson.
When I first started my career, a lot of people didn't really take me serious. I was 16, 17 fishing tournaments. I remember I'd gotten into a huge fight with my dad. We were at a truck stop in Indiana coming back from a tournament on Lake Erie. And I got out of the truck just upset and crying, just a huge fight. And I walk in and there was 2 guys. The one guy came up to me and he put his arm on me and he said, it'll be okay, you'll be all right. He goes, you're a good kid. And he introduced himself, and it was Mike and his partner JJ. From that point on, they took me under their wing and we became like a family. We traveled together for almost 10 years. This was Mike's home body of water. He guided on this. JJ's lived here for forever. And then we stopped fishing the MWCs and we started fishing the head-to-heads, the NWTs, and that was the plan. Was Mike and Jay were supposed to come with Isaac and I on the NWT, and year before Mike was supposed to come and fish, he got sick. He got COVID and developed COVID pneumonia from it, and he fought in ICU, and he came close coming back, and fortunately he didn't make it. That was one of the worst days of my life, was losing Mike. We were lucky enough to win the MWC last year. I signed up under Mike's name and we went to Mikey's spot, and it was the most perfect, amazing thing.
One of the most incredible things I have ever witnessed in the sport of tournament fishing has just happened. Your winners here in Spring Valley, with Mike Hansen riding shotgun, is JJ DiMinetti and Max Wilson. 18 pounds and 12 ounces. You couldn't write a better story. You're a champion here in Spring Valley.
I haven't been this scared, nervous, anxious for a tournament my entire life. I mean, I don't think I've slept in 3 months, because at this point, I'm not fishing for me anymore. When Mike died, all of us were angry because there was a lot he had left to do that he didn't get to do, and now it's up to us to do that for him. It would mean the world to me if by the grace of God could pull this one off. You know, only one can win, but my big thing is I want to be able to take what he taught me and be able to have a good finish here and be successful.
Not very many Western guys do the National Walleye Tour, so I got to represent my state. I got some people counting on me.
No decision to make for tomorrow. I know exactly where I have to go. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to pull crankbait slowly upstream and try to recreate the day that we actually had a catch rate.
Somebody's got to win, and there's definitely a fish to be had out there, and there's some nice ones, and if you can get one of them 3, 4, 5 pounders each day, you're going to be setting really well.
Not nervous yet. I'm getting there.
12-15, your new leader.
If I could say anything to Mike, say we got this from here and we love you.